Yo, what is up guys? Drew Flo here, and I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a lever slash button combination lock on Minecraft, Xbox 360 or PC. Doesn't matter, works on both. As you can see here, I've got mine going. Combination for mine is this lever, and this lever as indicated by the diamonds above. After you pull the levers, you hit the button and the door opens. So there you go, and once you walk through, you hit the reset button and it resets the door, closes it, and pretty easy as that. One problem is after you do that, there's really no way to get back through unless you put another button like right here and you get back through. But then so it's kind of glitchy. I don't know what to do about it. I mean, I guess you could take another reset. You could wire another reset around the side up here. Oh, oops. So, yeah, I guess you could do that. And then, let's try this out. Come back through. Reset. Oh, signal strength is not strong enough. We're gonna have to put a repeater. And that should reset it. So yeah, that's how you're gonna have to be able to get back through. The reset button is an option. You don't need it. I mean, unless you want to be able to just walk through and have the door close behind you, you could do that by just taking out that whole portion. So I'm gonna show you how to do that though. So I'm not gonna just leave you on your own to figure all this out by yourself. No, I'm gonna teach you this over there in a second. But before we start, I just want to tell you, you can have 2 levers, 3 levers, a million levers. You can use however many levers you want in your combination. I'm going to do 3 over there in a second. This one has 6. So your combination, you're going to start off with a lever and a block behind it with some redstone on top of the block. And you choose your combination from there. You're going to go redstone on top of each block, and then you're going to put a redstone torch on every block that you want to pull down the lever for the combination. So as you can see here, you pull down this lever and I have a redstone torch right there. You don't hit this lever and there's no redstone torch. What that does is it inverts the redstone signal so that there's no redstone signal coming out of there, but there is one right here. So as you can see, when I turn off the lever, the signal turns on and it breaks the whole circuit, and the door is no longer able to open, as you can see here. But once I pull down that lever, then the door is able to open. Now say I have too many levers pulled, still not able to open. So yeah, that's how that works basically. So yeah, all of these come into one block right here. I don't know the names for all of these devices or whatever. I mean, I know this over here is called a NOR gate, and this is called like an AND gate, I think. What this does is it just, when it's on, the signal goes through and the door is able to open. If you have the wrong combination, it inverts this torch and turns the signal off, and the door is no longer able to open. And yeah. So let's get right into this now. So you're gonna want to put a block behind each lever. We're gonna put a lever. We're gonna put three levers, and I'm gonna tell you how to space these out in a second. You're gonna want your door here, wherever you put your door, one block, and then another block. You're gonna put your button, and then 2 more spaces, and you're gonna put a lever, 1 space in between each lever. All right. So I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be like that. There's a lot of other ways to arrange it, but that's just my suggestion. You're going to put 1 redstone on each of these. You could put the lever on this block right here and then not have to use that, and you could just put redstone right here. But I think this is better because then the lever is at like your height and it's easier to hit it. So our combination is going to be, we're going to have these 2 levers pulled down for the combination. So to do that, we have to put a torch on these 2, and not this one. So then we're gonna do this, and we're gonna put a block right here for all of these to run into, and we're gonna put another torch right here. As you can see, it turns that torch off because the combination is wrong. When we have the right combination, that torch turns on, right? So moving on, we're going to have this come over here, and we're going to set up our AND gate, I guess is what it's called. I'm not a redstone geek, I just know how to do this. I just know how it works. I don't know the names of everything, but this is how you do it. Set up like this, and this torch right here is actually where your button wires into, so you're going to want to wire up your button into this torch right here. So now as you can see, what happens when you push the button, it turns on that torch for a slight second after you have your combination right. So if you wanted to, you could just wire this straight to your door and not have to worry about the button, and just as soon as you get the right combination, the door opens. But I think it's better to do it this way, because then you won't know for sure unless you try it, and then you hit the button and it opens, and you can do it whenever you want to, and it's easier to time it if you have it without the reset button, and you can just walk through and it closes behind you. If you don't do that, it might be kind of hard to get through because there's not a lot of time. So next, what we're gonna do is you're gonna want to set up a NOR gate, I guess is what it's called. Over here you have a 3x3 square, and you put 2 blocks in the corners of that imaginary square, as you can kind of see here. So then you put your torches like this, right, and wire them together, and it's kind of easier to see that so-called imaginary square, so you can see how that works. Next, what happens is you got this that wires into this, and this is your output that comes up here and actually comes over to the door, right? And then over here, oops, you're gonna want your reset button. So you can wire this however you want, you can arrange it however you want, but that's how it works. And then you press the button, the door should open. It stays open until you hit the reset button, and it resets it. I'll try to explain how that works. So what happens is you press this, the signal turns on, it hits this, and what this does is it traps the signal in this this general area. So this torch stays on, and it keeps powering the door so that it stays open. What happens when you hit the reset button is it inverts that torch and turns this torch on, continually inverting this torch, closing the door until you hit the button again, which reverts it back to being open. And it's a continuous cycle. You can just keep doing that. That's what that's for. Without that, the door just opens and closes, and yeah, like a normal door would with a button next to it. Now, I mean, this isn't too useful for a lot of things, because I mean, like, unless you're building a map where people are not allowed to place blocks or break blocks, then I guess that's what you could use this for. But like, if you were actually trying to use this to protect something from other people, I mean, they could just walk up to the door, put a lever here, and walk straight through. It's not super safe, I guess you could say, to hide your stuff. But it is kind of fun to do, and it's kind of cool. And you can wire this however you want. You can put the redstone underground and hide all of the redstone and turn it into like a building. And yeah, but I'm not going to do that in this video, just for the purpose of the tutorial. You can just see how it works. There you go, there's that from above, you can just see it. Yeah, and let me just show you again what happens when you put in the wrong combination. Doesn't open. Doesn't open. Doesn't open, and it does not open unless you have the exact combination, as you can see here. So yeah, and then you hit your reset button, closes the door, and yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if this helped you out. Like the video if you liked the video. If you have any questions, comment below. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.